Good morning, folks. Welcome back. I'm honestly not exactly sure what we're going to do today. I don't have a huge idea, but that doesn't always mean it's not going to work out. So I think we're going to do some kind of a more rural nature environment, and we'll see what we get to. I think I'm going to, because of that, I'm going to start with our landscape and see if it suggests something to me to do. Circle. Some days you just don't know. Scale 50. Rotation scale, fill it. So that's a 100-meter circle. Seems a reasonably good size to play with. Quad remesh it to 250. Okay, great. Delete the original. Now I want to build, I think, some kind of a mountain and maybe a path over it kind of vibe is what I'm thinking. So let's start with a curve, bez, and one, draw, great. Okay. And come over here and add a draw terrain. I really need to upgrade to the newest version. I haven't done it yet. And get us a mountain. And because we're going to use more stuff than just draw terrain, I'm going to remove our chaos factor to 0 so it smooths it down. So we're just getting our basic shapes. Spread. Yeah, cool. Come back into here and edit. And come on. Just grab stuff. That's kind of interesting. Maybe let's do that. That's sort of fun. Pull it out a bit more. Just create some kind of neat looking terrain. All right, kind of like that. Now let's try to make a path that goes over the top of this thing. And I think we'll do that with another Bezier curve. Draw. And we're going to go like that. Or I'm in the same one. No, don't want to do that. I mean a new Bezier curve. Yes. That's what we want. Thought I was there before. Well, it's fine. And that goes across like that. Great. Object mode, come back to our ground. Just going to make another one. Terrain, draw terrain. And it's going to be our new Bezier curve. Not the retopo, the curve. Curve 1. Great. Now let's change the chaos on it to 0 as well. And GZ down. Or am I on the land? I don't want to be on the land. I want to be on the curve. Bring it down. Slightly. And that creates that kind of a thing there. Let's come down here and spread to 5. So a smaller spread. And top plateau of 1. And that creates a whole like road basically. We've gone down too far on it though, this thing. Its location. And There's -2. We're just going to minus 0.25. Yeah, we want a little more than that. Let's cut the spread down on it too. 1. There we go. That gives us that right through our space. That might be a little too much. Spread of 2. There we go. That's better. And let's move our curve GZ 0.25. Just up a bit. There we go. What happened to the other one? Interesting. Turn off this one for right now. Yeah, why am I getting that hole? Something weird there. Tab. Oh, because that's still there. X vertices. There we go. That's better. Come back. Turn that on. We get something going across. And we can go to our first one again. We can still adjust all of these. And top plateau of 0.25. Peak smooth of 1. It's not going to make much difference because we don't have any noise on it. We can increase our chaos factor to like 0.2. Just add a little bit of noise to it. Cool. And our path doesn't exactly work because it's not flat around this corner here, which is unfortunate. Tab. I'm just curious though. Can we select this one? Or yeah, let's try that one just to see. And Control T. Does changing the tilt on it matter? No, I don't think it does. 90. No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, just to check. It's still coming along though. Even if it doesn't end up being a path that I really want. That's fine too. Take this whole thing. Just a bit more like that. We may not even notice it. I'm just kind of using it as a starting point to play, which is fine. Cool. And then we can adjust some of these up and down just on their own. We got a little bit of a dip there. That's not bad. Okay. And there too. And then even here, you go up a bit. Not that much though. Like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to make something interesting. Up and Alt S and scale it out. Yep. Okay. Okay. All right. That's an interesting starting point. Let's see if we get to it. Come back to our ground. Let's see if there's anything else we want to do. First one seems fine. We can even spread it a bit more. Just to make our hill a little bit less steep. I like it. Let's apply it and use it. Courage of our convictions. We'll do something with it. Let's keep that one. Get rid of this one. Keep our road one just in case we want it. Object here. Terrain. Terrainer base. Let's see what it looks like when we just wild it out some. Come on, it shouldn't be that many polys. It might be. Well, we'll see. I think we might be getting a few too many on this one. Hopefully it will work, though. And if not, we'll stop it. Excuse me. And we'll let it go another 30 seconds. And then we'll have to kill it. And hopefully it did a save, although we haven't saved yet. Come on. There we go. It did. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of this for right now. First, let's just look at this thing and see what it looks like. Yeah, see, it created a whole bunch of real tiny faces that we don't need. Let's just come in here and quad remesh them. Everything down to quad count of, let's say, 20,000. There we go. Yep. Because we're just using it as a base anyway. Let's see now. Yeah, that's much better. Now let's add a modifier, terrain. Trainer base. This should be a lot faster. There we go. Yeah. You really can't tell the difference. Kind of get an interesting little canyon. It doesn't really look like a path, but it's kind of a neat canyon there. Let's turn our edge crease down. See what that does for us. Still pretty high poly, honestly. Strength. That's a mesh resolution of 3. Should speed it up. Yep. And strength down here of 10 instead of 20. That's getting better there. Still kind of clipping through here. A couple places. 1. No. 0.4. So was that before, right? Yeah, I think we're just going to fix it. Which is fine. You know what? Let's go with it. I like it. Apply all. Okay. And then we can sculpt it. And we're just going to smooth this edge here to kind of fix it. Okay. That's better. Everything else looks okay. Let's see. Object mode, Alt V, face orientation. No, it looks good. Doesn't see, I don't see any pokey pokies. Okay. Let's save our ground. No, let's save. Let's turn off face orientation first. File, save as. Let's see, live stream, up, new, 250228.1 live stream hill, because I don't know what it is yet. This is like sketching. Some days you just sort of start moving the pencil around until you get something you like. That I like things I like. I like this little divot here. I like this here, and I like this bump here. All those are kind of cool. And I think we can do some fun stuff with that. If we put like a fort up here, that could be neat. How do we want to put a fort up there? What kind of a building do we want to use? And do we want it ruined or not? I think we're just gonna let's start. Let's see. I want to put a person here too, because I'm not entirely sure what our scale is looking like yet. Okay. Yeah. All right. That is looking acceptable for sort of a smallish tower. Mesh. Cylinder? Sure, let's do cylinder. And let's make it with a radius of 2.5. That seems good. And a depth of 3. That's 1 story. That looks perfect. Let's even kind of put it in the right spot. Tab 3, E3, 2 stories. E3, so 3-story tower. Cool. Then let's see. I wish they were a little bit more square, so we can make them square. Let's just deal with quad remesh. It's 100 right now. Let's make it quad count 500. Remesh it. Delete the old one. Tab. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to put some windows in on, I think, about that high up. Yeah. Select, check or deselect. Sure. Alt-E along normals. Into like there. X faces. Okay. Cool. I want to put a door down here somewhere, but I'm not sure I'm going to just do it. Let's see. 3. Let's take this face, these faces here, and E, and I want to go to normal. SZ0 flattens that down. Cool. And then 2, 3, E, and bring that down. Yep. So that's like the entrance area to our tower. And everything else is looking pretty good. It's going all the way around. Yep. Okay. So do we put a door on it, or we just do an entrance hole? I think we're going to just do an entrance hole. Where's our dude? Yeah, that looks good. Okay, great. And Shift-G, coplanar, X faces, Shift-G coplanar. Oh, come on. X faces. Good deal. Now let's take this hill. Grab that top part and turn on proportional and GZ SZ0. Great. Shift G coplanar. Great. Okay. Not that we're really going to look inside it, I don't think, but that looks cool. Okay. And here on the top, let's go with 7. Interesting, because it's not a real loop. Well, we can just do this. No. Just that EZ1. Great. Great. Cool. And then here on the top, not that, again, I think anyone's going to look, but let's get rid of that. X faces. Okay. Save. And let's go grab. Do I have it up here still? No. I think we're getting something cool. Cool. Open. We want mortar. Oh, come on. Where are we? Masonry. That's it. Procedural masonry. And I think we're going to go with, which one do we like? This one. Connection, paste. Get that shit out of the way. Select this one and this one. Control link modifiers. Let me just get rid of this one now entirely. And we have something kind of cool. We got to fix a few little things, but I think basically we're good. Tab. I'm going to turn off the subdiv too. Let's just turn off them all. Okay. 2 or 3. Just like that. That. Plus. Deselect this. Deselect this. Whee! Cool. Right, and Shift E, increase of 1, tab. Is that better? A little bit. One thing we could do, let's see. Materials. Non-generating surfaces. Yeah, cool. That just makes everything that. So we don't want to do that, but this, new, and then new again. Again, edit. And 3. I have to do each one. I might have to do each one. That's fine. There aren't that many. Assign non-generating surface tab. Is that better? No. Still want to get these windows sharper if I can. Let's undo that. Take a look. Angular. Yeah, it's better if it's angular, I think. Brick height 2. Cool. Offset. We want less than that. No, we want kind of fullish. Offset of 1. Vertical space. Horizontal space. There we go. That's feeling better. That looks better to me. Cool. It definitely does look better. We have kind of a tower up there on our hill. Now, let's grab this again. Well, we didn't delete it. Let's duplicate it just to make sure we don't have any problems with it. New collection, path. Solo it. I'm going to geometry, extrude it. Okay, I did change some things too, so that'll be a problem. Okay, tab A. Mean radius of 1. So it's all. Alt S 0. There we go. No, Alt S 1. Transform. Cool. Now tab. Come on. Path. Mean radius of 1. Good. Okay, now it's consistent again. Mean tilt. Mostly kind of flat looking. That's pretty flat looking. Okay. Cool. Now, we want to apply that. Convert to mesh. Tab A, E. How high up does this thing go? We don't get anything there on the hill. Is there a better way to do this then? Kind of want it along the hill. I might just be redrawing it. Let's just redraw it. That might be even cooler. We can kind of see where it's going. Or take this GZ. Now we can definitely see where it's going. And we want a new one. Bezier. Tab X vertices. We want to draw on surface. And we're going to come along. And draw on the surface. With an error of 0.2. Cool. Now we can turn off that one. This one now, let's see what we get. Offset of, or extrusion of 1. Okay. Maybe 3. Yeah. Okay, and we want to select everything, yes, and tilt. So it's basically flat. That's good. And we just got to fix these end ones that are kind of wonky. And by fix, I think probably we're just going to delete them. What the heck? Oh, undo that. X vertice. Weird. Okay. A, let's rotate it again. Okay. Pretty good. I think we're all right with that. Morning, Patrick. Good to see you, sir. Let's just apply. Convert to mesh. Just take a look at it. It's okay, I guess. I think that's what we need. A, E, up to there. X faces. X face. X face. We take that and this. Link copy modifiers. Okay. Now this one, I think we do want to change to it's not angular. And that looking pretty cool. And then tab 3, all of those, new plus new assign, and this one is going to be non-generating surface. Yeah, so it's like a pavement, as it were. We're going to take it down just a little bit. So it's getting eaten by the ground a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I'm digging that. That's fun. See what other things we can play with. Wall top accent, yes or no? If we turn it off, it's going to just be flat. I'll tell you, yeah, off is better for that one, for sure. Save. And I'm just going to real quick here, just increase our exposure so we can see better. Maybe even bring this down just a little bit more. Like that. Yeah. And I don't think we'll get to the edge, but just so I can see it to the edge. Let's actually turn it all back on. Come on. I like those displaces, actually. Edit them all. Great. Solo it. 2. E. Oh, not normal. Global. There we go. Off the edge. And here. E. Off the edge. We lose a little bit on that side, don't we? Do we want to keep going? I think we do. Okay, let's come back in. Edit. 2. GZ. Bring that up to there on that side. Good with that. How do I feel with this edge here? I guess I'm okay with it. It's certainly coming down. Okay. I think this we need to fix. Turn on proportional. Just make sure connected only. GZ. Bring that out a little bit more. There we go. Now it's not jumping through off the ground. Should be better. Yes, and save. I kind of digging it. I think it's fun. The only thing we could do just to see is subdivision. If we go to simple, instead of Catmull Clark, do we like that better? It gets rid of a lot of that ground stuff, but it makes it. Catmull, let's look at it again. I kind of like some of that curving, but not a lot of it. Tab. Let's see. Can we control bevel that to like that? And let's see if this will make it better. Yeah, I think so. We got some weird things going on there, though. Ooh, yeah, it's kind of strange. All right, what's it doing? Not the rock. This thing, tab. Oh, right. Undo the bevels for right now. Let's just go back. Hit undo history. Move select. Solo. Now is where it's that, right. Bevel. Can we clamp overlap? No. Undo. Yeah, it's just where it gets weird there. Let's just see if we can fix that. It's a bit of a pain now, but what we can do is AM merge by distance 0.1, 0.2. No. We gotta just come here and fix these. 1. Merge last. Merge last. Merge last. Great. And then C, merge middle. Did I grab one too many? No. Yeah, we don't want that one. There we go. Merge middle. That's better, I think. Yeah. Let's do the same thing here. Just grab all these. Unselect the other one first. Merge center. Don't select something. Merge center. Great. Now, can we bevel it now? Let's see. Is it better? Yeah. There we go. Long way around getting what I want, but we got what I wanted. So cool. And do we want to fix the other side? Do we need to fix the other side? Well, let's try. Great. Cool. So we keep a little bit of that Catmull Clark smoothing, but it makes it a little better because we've created some edge loops to guard against it. I like it. Oh, we probably want to actually here, right? 3. This is X faces. Remove those. And that's where that would go up the hill. Cool. Nice. Saving that. Okay. So we have our walkway, and this is maybe a little too high. Keep coming up with things I don't want to, like things I want to change, you know? GZ. That one down just a little bit. And here, GZ down just a little bit. Kind of like that it like kind of almost disappears under this side of the hill there. Fun, fun, fun. Tab. All this. GZ. There we go. Better. Very little of the ground underneath anymore, just a little bit around the edges there, and that's fun. Okay, cool. Yep. Yep. Nice. This ground is still a little too red, but we'll fix that later, I think. Okay. So we were talking about using Meat Machine yesterday just to try it to add our own stuff in it. Let's try and see how it goes. Meat Machine. I'm gonna grab the blob, right? Collection, paste. I got nose. You bastard. I don't want the nose. Okay, blob. Tab. Draw. Let's see, what do we get if we do something like that? Interesting. Cool. Definitely on surface, right? Yeah. And alt scale, bring it down. Oh yeah, cool. And then draw some more. That's fun. And then up. Like that. Ooh. Alt scale that. Turn off proportional. In. Fun. Kind of liking that. And we can keep going. And draw up here and across like that. Error of 0.02. Take it down more. And then Alt S and bring it in more. Cool. All that's looking neat. And let's just do a few more. Because we can. Here, 0.01. Doesn't really like going across that other thing. Oh, it's because, right. But we can come in and edit it. Because all this is just curve data. Turn off proportional. And raising the whole thing. Proportional's not on. Yeah, well. I'm just going to delete this section, I think. It's not working for me yet. Let's try doing it this way. Oh, that's it. Not draw. That's draw. Cool. Whew, that's not right. That's not right. Cool, that'll work. And up the side here, great. And up the side here, great. So just creating some basic shapes, which should work for us nicely. That one I want to shrink it down. And we can do some more with other methods too. There. And a little bit up on the top here, I think. And over this window. Oh, that didn't go well. There we go. There we go. All that seems cool. We'll call that enough for right now. And I'm just going to object, convert to mesh. Save. Fun. Now tab. It looks like we need to remesh this sucker. It's a little bit off. Well, maybe. Maybe okay. Let's try it. Add vertex group, assign to group. I love combining things that aren't meant to be combined. It's just my favorite thing. Geometry nodes, differential growth. And I'm going to set our max to 10. Vertex size to 0.02. And play it and see what we get. Not a lot yet, and it's way too small. Yeah, it's neat looking, but it's not what we want. But if we set our voxel size to 0.5, too little. 0.2, 0.2 could be good. Play. Oh yeah. That, my friends, is what we talking about. Okay. Liking that. Save it. Cool. Now we could just do our thing here where we keyframe that there. Let's go back to 0. Keyframe there too. Go to 25. Go to our end and voxel size it of 0.05. And then we're going to go back to 10. And we're going to set our growth adjustments to 0. Or even, yeah. Also 0. And go to the end and set it to 1. And draw. And then go to 11 or 10 and set this to that. And then at 11, we're going to set it to 2. And now let's see what we get. Whee! That is fun. Gives us some like interesting tendrils. How do we feel about it? Might be a little much on the speed. So let's cut our scale, or our curve multiply speed down to like 3. And we'll just go that universally across everything. So it'll do it for less. Let's see. I think. Yeah. We get a lot less that way. I think that's better. Then, just cause, 2, I'm going to say, go to like 35 now, and voxel size, that's fine, that's fine, and 0.1, 0.1, and back to 25. Should be, no, 1. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, so we rewind. Let's see what we get. Whee! And just going straight up for some tendrils. I want them longer than that. So it means at 35, I want our growth multiplier here to be 5. Now let's see, at 25, it's 2, yes. Play. That's exactly what we want, but we want it to go further. So let's make it go to 50. We're not going to change anything anymore. Just let it go. Let's see if it just makes some tall spikes basically come out of this thing. Yep, it do. They're angling, which is interesting. I wonder, is there a rotation? Let's see, control, back into, let's try something. Control A, rotation scale. Great. Play. Now, which way are you going? You're going up now? Looks like now you're going up, yes. Yeah, that is what we wanted. I'll go to the end. I feel like I'll like that. Only thing we could try after that, we have those spikes. I don't know. Let's just keep playing. End of 60. At 50, we want to make sure this is set, this is set, this is set, this is set, this is set. At 51, I want this to be 0.1 and these to be 5. Come on. 5 and 5. And we're going to reverse our growth direction, add to 0 here as well. And back to 50. And growth direction of 1 and assign it. Okay, so 50, then 51 goes to that. Great. And then we're going to go to 60. Cool. So back, save. Let's see what this does. Up, 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 up. Thinking, 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 thinking. Morning, MJ. Let's see. Do we like this? Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Kind of has some things I kind of like, but I don't think it's quite working where I want it to be. At the end. Oh, that's kind of cool. Creates all these like interesting. My issue is I'm not sure that I wanted it to go all across everywhere. So we might have to change our group, which would be frustrating, but means we'd have to redo it basically. But it's not awful. But I kind of dig it. I think we'll just stick to 50. At 50, it's just spiking. And let's just see one at a frame at a time. 51, actually, I like. Let's take it to 51. Just apply it. Stop messing with it. Okay. So that jumps up like that. Cool. I like it. And I think how do we want to do this? That's not going to be a path, will it? Okay. Let's take our ground and duplicate it. Take and move it to collision. Take this, duplicate it, move it to collision. Okay, only show me collision. Okay, great. On the Bez, this one, delete all modifiers. Yes. Q, add modifier, solidify. Yeah. Not even thickness. Offset of 0. Thickness. About that. Okay. That should be good, I think. And join it to this. Undo first. Got to apply it. Ya dumbass. Apply all. And join it to that. Okay. So that should be a collision for us. Now, turn off collision. Ground. Shift D, M, new collection, corruption, since I haven't created one for it yet. Solo it. Tab. Whew, okay. Definitely do not need all of that. Let's quad remesh it down to 1500. Honestly, don't even need that much as I think about it, but whatever. Okay, tab. Cool. 3. Seven. Let's just do it this way. C. Great. I don't want it there or there. Solo it. Cool. Do I need it to be any more than that? Nope. Delete these vertices or faces. A. Just group. New. Assign tab. Now. Cool. Corruption. Shift A. Empty sphere. Great. Okay. I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of that, whatever it is. Cool. This corruption. Alrighty. Okay, so this one. Add a modifier. Tendrils. And the first thing we're going to do is set our density to like 0.01. Vertex group of group. Our target object is going to be this empty right here. Our collision object is going to be collision. Turn back off again. We want to grow on surface with a radius of 2 meters so I can see what the heck we're doing. And that should work. Let's see. Iterations, yes. Oh, and yeah. A growth offset length of 2. Iterations of 50. I want it to climb over radius of 0.5. It does climb over the wall. Nice. It is actually doing what I wanted. Not even a bad number, really. 60. Gets it all the way in there. And density, 0.02. Sweet. I love how it's climbing up the wall there. That's exactly what I wanted. Nice. Very, very cool. Let's offset length of 1. See if it changes. Oh, I got to double a count, though, probably. 120. Still climbs along. Good. Even better. Cool. We could twin. Add the twinning. Offset scale of 0.5. And giving us anything. Three. Number of duplicates. Let's see how we feel about it. 2, 3. Gives us some twisty. We like to twisty. Cool. I feel good about it. Let's apply it. Okay. Now we could technically delete that collision, but it's really not that much space anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay. So this object, I think I just want to grow everywhere on it. At least initially. Let's try that. Plus assign tab. And we're going to come add a modifier, geometry nodes, differential growth. Vertex voxel size of 0.2. Let's try that. That gives us some, we're losing. Let's go to 0.1. That's better. Okay, 0.1. And end of 25. Just because we want to see what it does. We want a growth direction of 1. We want it going up. Save. Oh, let's see. Might not even much more than that. I'm liking it. We're going to change some things, but it's definitely going to work for us. Cool. Rewind. And we want to apply all of these. Great. And that one. Then we're going to go to 10, and we're going to key them again so they stay consistent. Then we're going to go to 11. And we are going to change growth multiplier to 5 vertically. And key it. Then we are going to go to our end and voxel size 0.05. I know. It is going to slow it down. And key it. And scale of 5. And key it. Now let's see what that gives us. Save it again. Generate. It starts by going up, and it should be generating exactly like it was before for the first 10. Kind of all over the place, just spewing out. And then at 11, it's going to start shooting up. I think too much. It's also going to get smaller and smaller as it goes along, which is going to make it take longer. Also, I think too much. Don't die on me. It might die on me. But we saved right before we started this one, so let's kill it and come back. It'll be faster than waiting for it, because we know we don't want it. Which is why we saved it right before we ran this one. Great. File, open recent, open. We don't need Meat Machine anymore, so I'm not going to bother keeping it. We can just jump back to the over that way. Hill. There we go. Things we learn. Okay, so at our end, we want this to be delete. Key it. And we want our growth multiplier to be, I think, 5 here, but at 11, we want it to be 2. Yeah, you know. I mean, to be fair, I also beat the hell out of it, so like I don't like picking on Blender too much. Okay, save it again. So we've decreased our Blender, our voxel size change to make it just slightly smaller. It shouldn't be too much of a big deal now. Play. It thinks. And at 11, it starts to grow upward. Still might be too much. It's kind of neat, though. Kind of digging it. You two can make weird ass coral or whatever. I think that might be too high a scale on it too. I think that's part of the problem. Right, reward. That's a better reword. Not like I have not broken Blender before. Let's break it. Gonna break something. Mm-hmm. Thought you guys were my friends. No. All right, so that's good. And then 11. Cool. So we just changed that at the end from 5. I'm gonna change it from 5 just to 2, actually. So I feel like I'm just getting too many spikes. Cool. And again, I think I might be getting just a little bit too much. Let's try going down to 4 on our speed. Save it again. Play. That's interesting. Yes. I think I like it slowed down a little bit too. It's not making quite so much growth. Yes. Yes. One more. I like it, but I want to actually change one thing on it, I think. I want to grab those two and G and move them. Not the last one, just those two. And move it a little bit later. Let's see what that does. So it's going to do its regular growth a little bit more before it jumps into getting spiky. Metaballs are all right for coral, for sure. I think this is more efficient. This is like metaballs on super crack. Yes, that's what I wanted. Push it a little bit later. I like this one. You could tweak these parameters forever, right? Just like, a little bit this way, a little bit that way, and you feel like you're in Houdini. Cool. Okay, we're at the end. Let's take a look. Things growing up and across. I think that one thing just growing right there in the middle. One weird ass mushroom, basically. Right in our road. That feels good to me. I like it. Let's just join it with this one. Do we apply it? No, let's apply it all. Join it with this one. And then we're just going to do a decimate on all of it. Because I haven't sat there doing nothing for long enough yet, you know. Metaballs do essentially the exact same thing that this does, incidentally. They convert to a field and then convert back out of the field. And that's how they get that joined together. This is basically doing exactly the same things, just with geometry nodes and a little bit more control and the ability to use a lot more interesting shapes. But metaballs are old now. Like that's like 10 years old. Blender they were like a big thing before the processing power existed to do geometry nodes. But that's like Blender like 2.5, I think. So, but they are cool. I do use them. I find them more powerful when you have a good remeshing tool like Quad Remesher because it creates some but ugly geometry. Okay, cool. 1.2, that's better. Let's apply that. Kevin. I love these like spiny reaching out fingers of stuff. Yeah, I think I've heard of it. And ZBrush was big in them for a long time, and they've kind of also moved away. Cool. So we got that. Up our tower. Cool. Now we're going to make sure that that's in corruption, right? Nose. No, it's not in nose. It's M corruption. Nose. Meh. Human generator, let's get rid of that too. While I'm thinking about it. Okay, path. That's our, okay, path is good. And I'm going to actually rename it to structures and move our tower to it too. And our corruption as well is going to be into a new group as well. Obstructions. And we're going to move corruption into it and structures into it. That we're going to move to ground. And we have cleaned up our stuff better. Okay. All right, so ground. Let's geoscatter on it. Biome scatter. Open our biomes. Reload our biome library. Let's see, what do we want to do? Dry. Some trees. Try 6. It's a little less deserty, I think, but it's still dry. Hence the name. I hate it when it makes the trees blocks. It's such a pain in my ass. You can change it back, but that's a pain in the ass, but whatever. What are you going to do? 1.6 million objects. Okay, fine. So the first thing we want to do is upward obstruction, obstructions. Great. Then tree, we want proximity. We want to repel trees from structures or everything. I think from structures. So we might have trees near our corruption, but not our buildings. With a minimal distance of 3 meters. Let's start turning some stuff back on. See what we got. I don't need a cactus. I have to get rid of that. Okay. Trees. That's cool. This cactus thing. I don't mind succulents, but I don't want like a southwestern. Like that's fine. That barely reads like a cactus to me. That's all right. I like that one. It can be there. What's the other one look like? Also fine. Yuccas, I guess, or something. They're probably not actually, you know, near to where I'm building stuff, but I'll live. And rocks, how are we doing on that? What's the distribution on that? That's not too bad. Make sure it doesn't create something that's just going to blow me away everywhere. Nope, that looks good. I'm liking all of that. I am willing to bet, without knowing, that I post more on Kara than literally any other single artist on Kara. If I had to guess, I would say that I probably do. I don't think that, maybe a photographer, because they can output more, but I would guess that I am certainly in the top 2%, if not the number one. Which is funny because I get like a like every 3 days, but you know, whatever. Okay, that's looking cool. What do we want to do now? Turn trees back on, just so we can see them, because they're going to affect our composition more. And HDR. Let's see. Import. Do we stick with 68? Keep using it? I think we might, but I think I might try a different time of day on it. I'm going to go the other direction. Back into sort of more of these like darker ones. I'm thinking something like 1071. Oop. EXR. 1071. We'll definitely have to increase our exposure. Photographer exposure to like 7. And that. We want to set our start so we see. I kind of want to make sure we see that it's a road and not a wall. So maybe like that. Gonna need to adjust. Camera. Not the, let's go to the 65. The anamorphic 35. Resolution wide. And can even kind of go like that. We need to be in more. Do it along the path. Oh, that could be cool. Okay. Good. Focus. I feel like that's an acceptable first shot. Let's see how dark it is. Yeah, I know how it is. I'm the same way. I have a couple of friends that only use Instagram, and that's how they talk to me. And I have to figure out how, like, if I can get my Instagram messages to like ping my email. I turned all that crap off years ago. And I got to look and see just because I like seeing when they send me stuff, but I'm getting real tired of the site. So, and that's, you know, where I'm at with Meta. Let's give that a scare up. Very happy to be off Facebook, that's for sure. I guess I do use Meta Messenger still, so he's still getting some data from me that way, but not posting there or interacting on the site. Oh, what the heck? Just go away. Actually, dragged it up into another window that was being used. Okay. I think it still needs to be a bit brighter. 5. That's not bad. That's looking cool. We haven't got any of the grass and stuff turned on too, and that's gonna matter. I think let's play a little bit there. And then we can look at it. Just kind of know. Rock. Just turn off everything else so I can sort of see. Go away trees. Grass 1. What's our distribution on it? 222. Well, it's huge. Just so I can see what I'm going on, let's go to like 10. Turn it back on. Let's see what this grass looks like. Okay, that's just tiny grass. I'm liking it. I'm going to set it to repel from structures. Not structures, structures. I don't mind the grass going near the other stuff there. And cool. And let's turn it off and set it back to 220. Grass 2, 50, 10. Let's see what it looks like. Cool. I'm going to, again, repel from structures. But maybe not 0.5, maybe like 0.1. .2. Okay, 0.2 works for me. Turn it off. Go back to 50. Flowers. Not that many of them anywhere. Let's see. They are in big bunches. Okay, we definitely want them not near our road. Actually, just go with obstructions. I don't want the flowers too near the other stuff either. Minimal of 2. Okay, so no flowers on our road, no flowers near our stuff. Great. Flowers are good. Cactuses. Again, let's just repel from our structure. Cool. And cactuses repel from our structure. Cool. And I don't think I'm going to make the ground bleed on this one. I was thinking about it, but I don't think I will. It's not quite that intense here. Save. I'm liking that. Now, might want a little something something. I'm going to see. Set the objects, me. Organic. Plants. Ground cover. I like this one. Maybe. Not sure. Let's try it. I'm going to scatter from browser selection, random scatter asset. I kind of like it. I might just let it go. Distribution, instances per 1. And what if we did repel structures, and we reversed it and set a minimal distance of 3. I'm just going to throw stuff near that, which I think will help cover our edges a little bit better, but not be so obvious that density 75. There we go. Now it goes other places too, but mostly around there. Cool. Like that. It might be a bit green for us, but I think it'd be okay. I do want something there. I think it actually is too green for us, sadly. It's pissing me off now. Damn it. But I like the idea, so let's do it again. It won't take long. Find something else. Where would I find? Botanic. Plants, they're also green. Weeds. Everything's so green. I don't want green. I want like dead shit. Am I gonna actually do this? I am. This is gonna be funny. Well, to me. I am going to grab a biome scatter, open the biome scatter, and we are going to scatter which is the lowest number of layers, 8, layers 5, layers 6, layers 7, layers 5. Let's just do this one. I'm going to add this whole thing just to get that dead grass because I like it. And I'm going to delete everything else. Yeah, now. Getting near the end, folks. I know I'm a little over. I like having something cool before I'm done. People like, it's lunchtime, Seth, or it's dinner time or bedtime or whatever, because none of you people are on Pacific time where it's just 9 a.m. in the morning. Okay, there we go. We want, get rid of the trash heap. We'll get rid of the dead leaves. The other ones might actually be kind of cool to keep. Dead grass, I'm going to set it to, again, repel near structures. Distance of 2. Reverse the density and keep it to 85%, 70%. Save, and what's the 40 should be fine. We should be able to turn that on. Let's see. Yes, that's what I wanted. Splinters, I don't even really need that. It's kind of neat though. Let's see what it looks like. It's like trash pieces of wood. Too much, but again, let's keep it. Repel it near structures. Let's reverse it. And a distance of 0.1. 0.1. Cool. And let's cut our density down. So we got a couple near the path, and that's cool. Splinter's large. Let's see, do you want to keep it? Let's turn the other ones off so we can see what we're looking at. How large is large? Yeah, we don't need large. Let's just get rid of that one. Cool. 0. Dead grass. Cool. Splinters. Also cool. Trees. On. Cactus 1. That's the bigger one. On. Still look. Rocks on. Rock on, man. Da-dum. Okay. Save. C8. That feels pretty cool. I think I like it. We don't have a lot of light. Where is the sun going to be coming from in this guy? Over there. Okay. We could just put in just a hint of a light. Sun. And that's obviously way too bright, but let's keep it there for right now. Where are we? Let's put it over here by our sun here just so we can see it. Okay. That could be neat. That could be cool. Color, let's set it to quite, well, warm looking, so cold. 4500 temp with an influence of 0.33. So without it, with it, yeah. Gives us just a titch of light on our stuff. Save. And maybe take down exposure back up to like 6. 5, 5. That looks good. I think that'll work. All right, folks. I think I'm going to call it. I might put a person or something here, but I have to figure that out. And tea time awaits. I know Michael understands. So this is fun. We used Meat Machine, just the blob, so the very basic part of Meat Machine, to draw where we wanted those bigger shapes that then we modified. We used the tendrils, Ivy generator to create that stuff across. Pretty straightforward road and tower, just using the mortar brick generator. And then made our ground with draw terrain and then auto terrainer. Feel good about it. I think it will work. Thanks for hanging out with me again. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Can't believe it's Friday again already. And the end of February. Jeez. And I will see you again on Monday in March. Have a great weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye.